A camera's already rolling when the first window breaks. Someone runs. Someone else raises a phone. Flames, they start in the background. They're small at first, then tall enough to take over the frame if you let them. A few seconds later, the clip is everywhere, but it's not the whole scene. 10 seconds earlier, nothing was burning. 10 seconds later, most of the street is still standing there, watching, unsure of what just changed. And that full stretch exists, but it rarely survives the cut. What you're seeing has already been narrowed, not with a lie, but with a slice. What comes first? What gets repeated? What disappears? The same event can be built into something that feels contained or something that feels out of control. It's all dependent on which moments are allowed to represent the moment. And then the words come behind it. And they don't just describe what happened, they shape how it lands. A clash suggests that both sides pushed. A crackdown, it suggests one side did. Call a group protesters, and the focus stays on the cause. Call them a mob, and the focus shifts to the threat. Nothing in the footage changes, but the weight does. Even numbers follow that pattern. Put a statistic at the top, and it reads like proof. Put the same number at the bottom, and it reads like context. Lead with cases rising, and the trend feels urgent. Lead with fatalities falling, and the same trend feels controlled. The data, it hasn't moved, but the conclusion already has. And then there's what never shows up at all. A timeline left out. A second quote missing. A previous event that would explain why this one happened in the first place. Without those pieces, cause and effect start to slide past each other. A response can look like a beginning. A pattern can look like a one-off. The facts are still technically correct, but they're no longer doing the same job. You can watch this happen in real time when coverage splits. One outlet loops the fire, another shows the crowd before it. One leads with damage, another leads with numbers. Over a few days, those choices, they stack up. And two audiences walk away with two versions of the exact same event, each one feeling complete. That's where the picture starts to split. Decisions get made from those versions. People vote, they invest, they protest, they stay home based on what they believe they've seen. Institutions that depend on shared understanding start to feel less stable because the same facts no longer land the same way across the public. And once that trust starts to thin out, it doesn't just affect the stories that were shaped, it affects the ones that weren't. Accurate reporting can start to carry doubt with it. Corrections rarely travel as far as first impressions, and the pressure to hold attention pushes coverage further towards what works, not always what holds together. So the next time something breaks into view already framed, already labeled, already moving really, really fast, it's worth slowing down just enough to notice what you're actually being shown. Not just what happened, but which part of it were you given first. These are Interesting Things with JC.